Hey, this is Christine, your DIY craftaholic. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if you are new, welcome to you as well. This video is a part of Everything Merry Challenge, more about that, but I'm sharing 4 DIYs today, so without further ado, let's jump in. So for our first DIY, I'm using this cathedral frame that I picked up at Dollar Tree and this beautiful napkin. I thought about using that little camper as well as one of these wood slices that came in a pack of 6 from Walmart, but I ended up not using that. Just removing the metal piece that was glued onto the window frame. Next, I painted the window with Waverly chalk paint in mineral and the circle with plaster. But then the mineral was too plain, so I went in with some plaster at the bottom part. And here I'm taking a little of that plaster with a dry chippy brush and I'm distressing this a little bit. And this is where I said I thought my initial idea was to use that circle there and the camper. But then when I placed it on there, it didn't look too well, so I decided not to use it. So now I'm going in with a napkin. I just used the paintbrush with a little water on the tip of it to just tear that. And I'm taking off the Merry Christmas section. I'm only using that part for this DIY. Next, I removed the back ply and used some Mod Podge. Just applied some Mod Podge to the area. Spread it thin and then place the napkin over that. And then use the brush to just smooth out the corners or the edges. And then I dried it a little bit. I like to use just small amounts of Mod Podge on the napkin because for me, if I use too much, it bubbles. So rather than using a heat press, I'm just using the heat gun. And then to distress that just a little bit more, I took the makeup sponge and I'm using the same plaster and just dabbing that around the edges. And now I'm replacing the string for hanging. I took some beads, red natural, and I'm using the same piece of string that I removed. Just replace that, tied it at the back and glued it down. And guys, I'm not sure why my camera changes the color of red, but that is actually red. It looks like it's a little orange, but it's actually red. And now this wreath I got in a bag of wreaths from my thrift store 2 years ago actually. And I selected this one. They were already made up and glued that on there. And I thought it needed something else, so I took a piece of this two-tone jute cord from Dollar Tree and I'm just gluing that right above that white section. And this is done, guys. Let me know what you think about my cathedral window frame DIY. More in the final reveal. So about this challenge, this is called Everything Merry, and we were challenged to make anything Christmas related for this playlist. And this is hosted by Amanda from 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, Katie from Lady Red Crafting, and our guest host is Rebecca from Rebecca Virginia DIY. Links to the ladies' channels will be in the description box below, as well as the playlist. So make sure to hop on by their channels after you get done watching my video by way of the playlist. So now let's hop into DIY number 2. This is a believe sign from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to remove the tag as well as the top part that has the word believe on there. So here I'm using my scraper tool and some heat to help to just wake up that glue and then lift it off. And of course a little piece of it came off. And why I took off the top part is because I wanted to get on the inside of the border to paint it. So here I'm taking a little piece of masking tape and I'm just going to cover the inside area that I do not want to get paint on. I then took some chalk paint in plaster and diluted that. Don't ask me why I did that, but I did. And I'm going to paint the frame of the box, because this is a shadow box. But before I did that, I'm just sanding it down to prep it for painting. And because this is pressed MDF board, it needed to be painted undiluted. Now that is done. I set that aside. So now for the top part, paint the Believe with some apple barrel hot rod red. That's what it is. So I still had a little paint left, so I decided to just use that as the base coat. So now I'm going over the paint with the red paint, and then I set that aside, and now I'm returning to the box. Now when I put this on here, I did not like how it looked, so I decided to take the furniture marker and just highlight the edges, outside part of the word in black. And it was around this point that I decided that still not liking this. After I placed it on the box, it was looking a little too dark, so I decided to change course. So this is where my DIY turned into two DIYs. So I took this calendar sheet from the Dollar Tree, from that calendar that you saw me with earlier, and I'm only going to use a section that says Season's Greetings. So I cut that down using the paper cutter, and of course I cut it too short, so I had to make amends. So I'm taking that little piece and gluing that back in there using the school glue. Glue that down, started with one end and then just work my way down to the other end, because I find that it works better for me when I do it this way. And then I just use the brayer to just smooth that out and make sure that no air bubbles didn't get caught underneath. So here I'm taking some of these little snowmen that I got in a pack from Dollar Tree, and one of these red truck ornaments, and I'm painting the snowman, just giving him a base coat of white. And then I took the black paint pen and I'm coloring in his hat. Well, not coloring, I'm painting in his hat. And then I took the pen now and giving him some eyes and mouth. And then took the orange paint pen and painted his little carrot nose. And then I have a buffalo flannel scarf. I cut two little strips from that, and that's gonna serve as his scarf. And then I just wrapped that around his neck and glued it down. And then took the pen again and just gave him some buttons. And I did that for both snowmen. Oh guys, aren't they adorable? Love them. Now back to the box. I am now applying some Mod Podge over the edges just to seal everything in. I then flipped it over and added a piece of jute for hanging. I just cut a small piece, knotted both ends and glued that down right in the middle. And then I cut two strips of brown paper and just cover the knot. I then flipped it back over, and now it's time to embellish. This is a little red truck ornament that came in a pack of 4 from Dollar Tree. And because I wanted it to have like it not lying flat on the surface, I glued down 2 little wooden beads to the back of the wheels. And then glued on the snowman. Just applied a little hot glue to the base of the snowman and glue them in the middle. I didn't want them hiding the trees nor the words. And I'm now realizing that one of my snowmen doesn't have any buttons, but I'll add those later on. And then I took a bow that I made from gingham ribbon from Dollar Tree and just glued that right there, right at the corner there. And that's it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think. Now for DIY number 3. Now this is where I said this became a DIY by itself. As you can see, the frame is now black. I painted that off camera because I didn't like the white anymore. Now this is a piece of fabric that came in a pack from Dollar Tree, and I am going to use that to cover the frame. If you are new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I'm so happy you joined me today. Here on my channel, I do DIYs on a budget, dupes, look for less, and some occasional Dollar Tree shopping hauls. If you love budget-friendly DIYs like these and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit that notification bell. Hit it again and select all so YouTube notifies you whenever I upload new videos. So as you saw there, I took the roller cutter and I cut the 4 strips, and now I'm using some fix-it-all glue, permanent glue, to just glue on the strips. And I'm making sure that I line it up with the border where the word falls. And then I flip that over and use the glue again. It did not stay immediately, so I had to go in with a little hot glue for immediate hold. And here it is with all 4 sides covered. I then took a piece of jute, burning off the little fuzzies as usual, because you know Dollar Tree jute cord is not too nice sometimes. And then knotted the 2 ends, flipped that over and glued it down. And then I cut 2 small pieces of the cloth and used that to cover the knotted ends. And this is done, guys. Let me know what you think about this believe sign. I love it. And now we're on to DIY number 4. This is one of Dollar Tree's little snowman and some yarn. And I'm going to remove the tinsel from this little snowman. So I want to pause here to just tell my subscribers, thank you so much for your support. And guys, if you are coming over from any of the other channels and this is your first time, welcome. I'm so happy you decided to click on my video. I hope you enjoy budget-friendly content like this one, and be sure to stick around for lots more. Alright, so now that I've removed the tinsel, this is what it looks like. And I'm starting with this Chanel yarn. It is very thin, so I'm starting at the very bottom. And I'm applying a lot of hot glue just to make sure that I have this all secured. I'm not going to let you sit and watch me do all of this. I'm just showing you the beginning process. And then once you wrap the first layer, you just go around and touch all of those little frames with a little hot glue and make sure that the yarn is laying flat. And you keep going all the way around until you get to the top, making sure that you're wrapping closely so you don't have any opening. And this is our first layer. And then I wrapped again and got the second layer. So this is a fleece scarf that I purchased from my 99-cent store. I just cut a small piece from that, and I'll be using that for his hat. So I'm just gluing that right on top of the yarn. Guys, don't forget to check out the host channels as well as the playlist in my description box below. And for easy access, I will also leave the playlist link below this video, so you can just click on that after you get done watching my video. And if you are following the playlist and you gain access to my video from the playlist, keep going, don't stop just now. I promise you, you will find a lot of Christmas DIY inspiration. And remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That really means the world to us. So now that I'm done with his hat, I took another piece of the Chanel yarn and wrapped that little piece that was peeking out from the corner of the hat. So now it's time to add his eyes and nose. I'm reusing the ones that I took off from the original snowman. And I'm gluing them in place. And then I replaced his buttons. I did not like how his nose was protruding in front of him, so I took a piece of Chanel stem in the same color and just added that. I took another piece of the same yarn, folded that, and I'm just cutting strips to give him a little flair. And he's already looking cute. Let me know what you think about my little snowman. He's adorable. So I'm just gluing the scarf down so it doesn't fly all over the place when he's outside in the wind. And there is where I glue on the little pipe cleaner for his nose. I decided to replace the little poinsettia on his hat. And my little snowman is done. Super cute! Now for the final reveal, guys. Let me know what you think about my DIYs for this playlist. I love my cathedral window with the little wreath on it. And the season's greeting sign with the 2 snowmen and the red truck. And our little belief sign. Guys, let me know which one of these was your favorite today. And don't forget to check out the playlist in the description box below. To follow me on social media, you can scan this QR code to my Linktree address, and there you will find all the platforms to reach me. Or check my description box for more information. And if budget-friendly DIYs like these are your favorite, I suggest this video right here or this playlist. And stay safe, my friends, until my next one. Bye!